Pause my music. Hi, I'm Gabriel here again. Obviously, apologize for my current attire. I need to lose weight and I'm implementing working out with my current day-to-day schedule. So, with this, I'm giving you an update about PLG and Megatron. If you don't know who Megatron is my cat who we decided as an apartment collective that we were going to keep and nurse back to health, and in the coming months, if it got too out of hand, we were going to find a home for her. But right now it's just we're going to keep her. Let me go grab her real quick. She has like a little basket under my bed. So this is Megatron. She is about 10 weeks to 11 weeks old. When we got her, she was half a pound. Alright. And now I haven't weighed her in a minute, but since then she has tripled to quadrupled her weight. She used to not have energy or anything, and now she is completely full of energy and all that. And she loves to play, right? It's her thing, right? She's a little kitten and all that. So she's doing great. She's eating. We ran her through some meds for deworming and an eye infection that she had. The next things for her will be her shots, and she is technically ready for them. Alright? She's in a playing mood right now, or I just woke her up. Either or. But, with that, we're going to move. I'm going to put her back in her bed. With that, my mother's house will be my first project. Alright? My mother is suffering from many issues, from mental to physical. And her house, which I've sketched right here, is on the bricks of being a hoarder's house. So one of the reasons why I wanted to make this company is to give me opportunities to help my mom, or really anybody that I care about, or anyone in the community. So with this, the only rooms that she can really get to is the living room. This is where she is staying, and like a little bit of the kitchen and the bathroom. This is the bathroom. All right, there's other rooms that she has access to. I'm gonna put a C on the board where there's clutter. Clutter, 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 clutter. Well, everything's pretty much cluttered. And all that. My mother bought the house or paid the taxes and got the deed to the house. On next month, around the 10th, I am going down there to clean out the house, right? Or not clean out the entire house. Let me reiterate. So I only have time and the budget for this area, right? And this area. With that being said, the other issues that I am going to be looking at is this floor right here caved in. The joist, there was water damage, caved in, so the entire floor needs to be replaced. The supporting joist for that room is rotted away. I did a very temporary solution, right, where she wouldn't fall through. That was my biggest priority then. Now, my priority is to get a dumpster and proceed to clear out the laundry room, which is right here. Laundry room. Clear out the dining room, alright? Get this door. My grandmother had many good things and many good ideas, but one of her bad ideas was pouring grease in the fucking sliding door for whatever reason. right? That doesn't make sense. I don't know why she did it, but she did it, all right? But now that she did it, I have to deal with it. And that's okay, because as soon as I fix it right the first time, nobody's gonna do that shit again. So, or I'm not gonna fix it that time. So, get the door open, right? Clear out the dining room, right? Tear up the flooring in the kitchen. Assess the damage of the joists, all right? So, from what I can remember is, let me erase right here. So there's one big joist going that way, right, along the house. And off that big joist, there's a bunch of little joists. All right? This one is fucked up. We don't like it being fucked up. So we're going to fix that fucked up. So we're going to tear that bitch out, cut it, do whatever. I apologize if you see a little bit of titty. I'm very free the nipple person, and I'm losing weight, and I need to get my self-image back up. So assess the damage. This seems fine. All right, this entire floor seems fine. There was a leak right here, and she recently just told me where the sinks are. There's a leak there. So now, okay, whatever, right? So I'll have to do a little bit of fucking plumbing to just get that leak dealt with until we can come back at another point to visit it or fix it all entirely, right? Either or. So we need to replace an entire, well, we being me need to replace an entire joist. All right. Seems pretty straightforward, right? It doesn't seem too difficult, and I mean, it's my mother, right? I need to do this, all right? I'm a very family person. If she's not well, I'm not well. She has shoulder surgery, knee surgery, fucking wrist surgery. She hasn't been to a fucking therapist in years, right? She was brought up on there's nothing wrong with religion, but going to religion for all your answers and not really going to professional help. And with that, whenever religion couldn't really like help her in the sense of the help that she needed, it kind of took a decline. Then she completely steered away from professional medical help. I'm getting her back on that. I've talked to her, and we're getting her back on mental help, and she's in recovery right now, trying to recover as much as she can from her injuries. So with that, that's the entire update, right? I'm gonna spend a couple of days clearing out this area, trying to clear out the porch, filling up the dumpster as much as possible, so the more I can get in there, the more is in the house, and the less that's in the house, the more shit I can work on in the house, i.e. tearing out the floor, putting a new joist in, getting the right nails and hammering it in, and bada bing bada boom, all solved. So that's the big project for November, right? This is for November. For November. Alright. Since then, alright, let's stray away from the projects. Not really, but let's move on. So, what have I done? I've opened the bank account. I'm not going to write all this shit down because that'll just take more time. Open the bank account. Got insurance, alright? Two very big things that I needed to do. Called people. I reached out to a couple people. One lady, very nice lady, she is currently on vacation and asked to be called back at a later time, which is totally fine. Alright, I'll call her back. The second person, she was in the hospital and she currently is having a situation. I wished her best of luck, and I hope that whatever is going on gets solved relatively fast, right? and I need to put it on my Google Calendar, but I made a note to call her back in 3 weeks, right? Just to check up on her, see how she's doing, if she's still looking for the thing, or any, like, that's a pretty big job. It's an entire cottage, so if I get that job, absolutely. But since she is in the hospital currently, I don't want to put any pressure on her, put any stress, so I'll reach back out in 3 weeks and see if there's anything I can do. The biggest one is a property management service, all right? Which I am very excited about because that will give me more opportunities that I can do, all right? More opportunities, more profit, more people I can hire. Remember, the big plan, the big idea here is to get it to a point where it'll become self-efficient and I can go hands off with acceptable to me, because acceptable to other people is not acceptable to me. And I don't know where the quality has gone down, but I'm not a very low quality person. All right, I'm doing it to the best quality I can do, and like, we're not going to cut corners. That doesn't make sense. All right, if I save X amount of dollars but somebody gets hurt, I'm going to take a mental hit because I care about people, right? I love everybody. I'm trying to get everybody like to a point where they can really be successful and grow and be there for their families or be there for themselves because they didn't have the opportunities when they were growing up. I've worked for really shitty jobs. One of my friends got fired because they didn't smile enough. And I was in high school working full time, and they said because I wasn't smiling and I was a custodial worker, that they said, do I need to send you home? I'm like, I'm just not smiling, right? You fired like 3 of my friends. You fired all the janitorial staff. I'm the only staff here now. And they said, do I need to send you home? No, you don't. You just gave me a learning lesson that I'll make the future better. And whenever I get to a comfortable point, don't worry. I'll let them know. Don't worry. Well, I just watched a fucking Papa Meat video, all right, about politicians. I hate politicians. I hate politics. But one of them was revenge is sweet. Fuck yeah it is. Fuck yeah it is. I believe in fucking justice, all right? So don't worry. Fucking, it's coming. But with that being said, I need to grow, all right? I need to get up there to where I can be like, fuck you to people, all right? Because I've been under those people and they chose profit every single time except for one company, Chapel Hill Tire. Love them. Awesome people, right? Definitely stop and get whatever done at a Chapel Hill Tire, all right? I can fully back them. With that being said, we are coming towards the end of October. Insurance, I'm covered for carpet care, so cleaning, deep cleaning carpets, polishing floors, cleaning hardwood, right? I can't really do restitution or repair on flooring. I'm not really covered under that. That's a different insurance than cleaning, right? I have a cleaning insurance right now. Then I am able to hang up shelves and like TV mounts. With the shelves, I'm trying to make like designer like pantries, like very organized and very efficient pantry solutions for people. And with that, I saw a couple videos that I was like, that's a great idea, and I don't know why people don't do this more. It's like a shelf under a sink to like hide the tubing, the pipes, and it gives you storage. I want to start looking into that because that's a very cool idea that I don't really see a lot anymore. I see more just people buying Amazon stuff and putting it under there. There's not really that custom carpenter anymore. And that's what I want to bring back. I want to bring back a trusted company that's not corrupt at all, like, in just for the company and for everybody, right? I want to give stuff away. If somebody needs help, I want to help them. If somebody has a hoarding situation, I'm not charging my mother for any of this. That entire house that's cluttered, I'm not charging her for. The only thing that I kind of have to, like, get her help with payment is for the dumpster. Everything else I'm doing out of my pocket, right? The hotel's out of my pocket. The dumpster is the only thing that she really needs, and I tried to pull a couple strings. You know, I'm disabled veteran, full-time student, and business owner, right? My mother is a disabled nurse, all right? She's been a nurse for fucking 40 years or whatever, however many years, right? She's a great nurse. She's very caring for people, right? But now she needs to care for herself, right? I don't come from a rich family, not even closely. Matter of fact, I did come from a rich family, but they cut my grandmother out because she married a Christian boy, so she got cut out of the will. So now I got a little bit of malice, and now I got to build a fucking foundation and build the well for my family, because fuck that part of the family. Apart from that, I believe that's it. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Any questions, reach out. Try to look at the comments. And yeah, I guess keep her cruising. Have a good one.